Hello and welcome to Hard Talk India. My guest today has been Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Defence Minister of India and Leader of the Opposition in the Lok Sabha. But they say that in fact the future of the next general elections could turn upon his support. So what does he believe in and what are his political affiliations? Those are just two of the questions that I shall put today to the President of the Nationalist Congress Party, Sharad Pawar. Mr. Pawar, at the root of your politics today is the issue of whether foreign-born Indians, Sonia Gandhi in particular, should be permitted to hold offices like the Prime Ministership of India. Now that's a position you took 4 years ago, but many people still aren't absolutely certain why you took it up. So for the record, tell me, at that time, what was your motivation?
No, it's not a question of that time. We had not raised this issue also. In fact, when this particular discussion was held in the Congress Working Committee, this particular subject was raised by Srimati Gandhi herself. And then everybody started giving their views, what will be the repercussions on future election, coming election. So of course, as per Congress tradition, everybody just supported her and said ki nothing doing, whole country is anxiously waiting for you, this and that. Only Mr. Sangma, Mr. Tariq Anwar and myself took a different stand. We said ki this country will not digest anybody who is not born and brought up in India.
So in your eyes, this was a matter of principle, was it?
That's right.
Not a matter of practical convenience?
No. In fact, that particular day, we are not aware also this discussion is going to be there.
So you were arguing on principle?
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is you made your point in May 1999 and yet 14 months earlier, you were one of the critical people who was responsible for replacing Sitaram Kesri with Sonia Gandhi as Congress President, and at that time you must have known that you were positioning her to one day possibly become Prime Minister of India.
No, it was for heading Congress Party. To heading Congress Party is one thing and heading nation is one thing.
Except for the
Congress Party was once upon a time headed by Annie Besant also.
But that was so much before independence. After independence, every president of the Congress Party has been in line to become Prime Minister. There's never been any doubt about it.
No. You see, that you just see the, like you and Devar, like Mr. Kamraj, I can give the list.
But you're going back again 30 years. Look from Indira Gandhi's time onwards.
No, that is true. But everybody, you see, that time our total thinking was to bring her to lead the party. Beyond that, nothing.
Was it really beyond that nothing?
Secondly, that she also made a statement in those days that I am not interested
for
any other office.
She made that statement a long time back, but were you really not thinking beyond it? Because in April 1999, just 3 weeks before you made your voice of dissent known, you were actually canvassing support from Mulayam Singh Yadav and Chandra Shekhar to make Sonia Gandhi Prime Minister.
No, we kept mum without discussing me, or even in those days the other leader of the opposition of Upper House, Srimati Gandhi herself made President of India and she submitted her proposal.
But you were her senior most leader in the Lok Sabha. You were meeting Mulayam Singh Yadav, you were meeting Chandra Shekhar on her behalf. You were not asking for their support?
No, this particular subject, that her meeting with President of India, she has not discussed with us.
I'm not talking about the meeting with the President. I'm talking about your meetings with Mulayam Singh Yadav and Chandra Shekhar.
That we were discussing for Congress Party. That we are discussing for Congress Party, not any individual.
Mr. Pawar, are you seriously telling me that you were seeking support from Mulayam Singh Yadav for the Congress Party, but not for Sonia Gandhi, who was the President of the party?
Of course.
You were making a distinction?
Yeah, because I myself was leader of the Congress, leader of the opposition. And in parliamentary system, suppose the Prime Minister goes, then if the leader of the opposition succeed to get majority support, then it is a responsibility or obligatory on President of India to call him.
So you were hoping in fact that if they agreed to support the Congress Party, you would become Prime Minister, not Sonia Gandhi?
Basically, that is a normal parliamentary practice. You see, when Morarji Bhai Desai lost his no confidence motion, and that time Mr. Y.B. Chavan was the leader of the opposition, immediately Y.B. Chavan was called.
Except that Sonia Gandhi was chairman of the Congress Parliamentary Party. You may have been leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, but she was above you in the Parliamentary Party. You were seriously thinking you could supplant her and become Prime Minister?
Absolutely, because she herself was a Congress Party. She was not a member of the Lok Sabha at all. She was not member of either house.
Nor was Deva Gowda when he became Prime Minister, nor was Indira Gandhi when she became Prime Minister.
And secondly, she took continuous position that she is not a candidate for Prime Minister.
I put it to you that your critics say he didn't break with Sonia Gandhi on a point of principle, as he today insists. He broke because of a grievance. Was it because Sonia Gandhi came to you and said, I'm going to be Prime Minister, not you, that you were offended and raised this issue?
No, I myself has not raised this issue at all. This issue was raised by herself. She herself raised this issue.
But you took a stand that she didn't expect you to take.
No, different. How can anybody say like this? The issue was discussed there. What will be the repercussions on election? I did mention yes, there will be serious problem. We will try to explain to the people of India, but I don't think people of India will accept totally. I also said that there is every possibility that anybody can ask the question. You cannot find a single person of 1 billion people
Mr.
who
Pawar,
can lead the country.
Your critics say that you took this position not because of any principle, but because you were upset with Sonia Gandhi, because she had slighted you, because she had hurt your pride.
No question of upsetting. In fact, 2 days back, prior to that meeting, she deputed me to go and discuss with Jayalalitha to resolve the problem between Congress and Jayalalitha's party, which I had done.
Then aren't you contradicting yourself? 2 days before she's deputing you to discuss things on her behalf, and yet you say you're meeting Mulayam Singh and Chandrasekhar to seek support for yourself becoming Prime Minister.
No, but that 2 days before means 2 days before a working committee, when this issue was raised by Srimati Gandhi herself and when we have been expelled from party. So 2 days before that working committee, I had been to Madras, Chennai. I discussed with seat adjustment with, and then I came and briefed Congress President. She was a Congress President that time.
And leader of the parliamentary party.
Yeah, but that time the parliament was dissolved.
Okay, you insist that you took this position out of principle, but look at the way you've behaved over the last 4 years. It's not principle that comes to the forefront, but how it suits your convenience. After all, 5 months after you broke with Sonia Gandhi, you were seeking her support to form a government in Maharashtra because it was the only way to attain power. Suddenly, her foreign origin didn't matter.
No, question doesn't. The Congress party took my support. Congress party formed a government. Chief Minister of the state is a Congress Chief Minister, not my party. In fact, without my support, it was not possible for Congress party to form government. And there was a question whether we should accept BJP Shiv Sena or whether Congress and NCP should come together. And here, there was no question of Srimati Gandhi to become Chief Minister or Prime Minister. Here, some Congress nominee, Congress leader from the state was supposed to become a Chief Minister,
Mr.
which he
Pawar,
has become.
Isn't that an argument of convenience?
No,
if you were against Sonia Gandhi as a foreign-born Indian becoming Prime Minister, then surely you should not be assisting her up that path by helping her form a government in Maharashtra. A principle is a principle.
No. Here, I was not against Srimati Gandhi personally. I was one of the person who supported her to become a Congress President. Only question of whether she should lead the country. There was some difference.
Mr. Pawar,
here in Maharashtra, the question of Srimati Gandhi to lead was not at all there.
Look at the issue that you're raising just this recent October. You're saying now that you want an alliance with Congress in Maharashtra, not just for the assembly seats, but also for the Lok Sabha seats. And the Lok Sabha seats are critical to Mrs. Gandhi becoming Prime Minister. Yet you want an alliance for them.
No, you see, to alliance with Congress party in particular state, because of peculiar situation and where the 4.5 years, both parties are working together, 40 elections also together in the state as a legislature. So there is no question. But here we have not accepted that position that we are going to support A or B or C to the Prime Minister.
You may not have accepted it formally, but you're certainly allying with her to help her and yourself win Lok Sabha seats.
No, my party's resolution is clear. The question of leadership is open and that will be discussed after the elections.
You know, that's a very interesting formulation, because if it's not just your action that is confusing and contradictory, even the things you say seem to go around in circles. After all, in September in Jaipur, when journalists asked you about Sonia Gandhi's foreign origin, you got angry. You said it wasn't a subject for the state elections. You said the question is being asked too often. 3 weeks later in Delhi, you raised it yourself.
Where?
At a rally?
No, that was, you see, as I said, I just said something. I had taken a very strong line against BJP government because they were opening the country even for the agriculture products, and there I just mentioned sarcastic one remarks कि nowadays some party even they are so crazy about this imported thing, including some parties are thinking of political leadership.
You even said that they're importing leaders like they import vegetables.
No,
that was the phrase in the papers.
No, that is absolutely wrong. I never said.
You never denied it earlier. You're only denying it now.
I denied that also. I denied, which appeared in the one of the important channel also has given my.
But you know, the amazing
resignation.
thing is that when Sonia Gandhi perhaps decided to call your bluff and you were scared that the government in Maharashtra could fall, which would have been a disaster for you, you backtracked. You suddenly said it was all a joke.
No, it's not at all disaster for me. It is disaster for Congress party, not for me.
Everyone says that if the government in Maharashtra falls, it would be a setback for Congress, it would be a disaster for Sharad Pawar, his base would disappear.
No, anybody is making this type of statement, he is not aware of the ground level situation of the state.
But come back to my point. If you're serious, then how come when you made this statement about Sonia at a rally in Delhi in October, 10 days later you suddenly said, I was only joking. You said it was a casual remark. You said, don't take everything seriously that's said in public meetings.
No, that is, you see, there the particular, here the issue was not that. I did mention about these imports items. I did mention about this, I did attack India government here, they are opening the country.
But you knew that the attack that everyone would hear was the attack on Sonia.
No, it's not. Why I not mention any name? Why anybody, I not mention any name? Why that type of guilty conscience is there?
Tell me something. Why are you 10 days after you make this statement asking for an alliance with Congress in Maharashtra when in fact you say this is a party that is importing its leader like vegetables?
No, that I never said they like vegetables. Firstly, that itself is not my statement. I did mention there are some parties, there is a craze in this country for imported items, and I did mention even certain parties are not ready to believe that they will be led by their own people.
And yet you want this party to ally with you in Maharashtra. Why?
No, for alliance for any elections, in fact there was alignment for last 4 years, but it doesn't affect
Precisely.
our thinking.
It's convenience or is it principle? Most people say this is convenience.
No, it's not question of convenience. There was no possibility. Major state like Maharashtra, practically nobody was in position to provide a government there.
In which case, if it's not convenience, is it contradiction or is it confusion?
No, it's not at all contradiction. It's not about confusion. It's absolutely clarity. For state matters, no problem. For Delhi, if there is no discussion about, there is no insistence about the leader, no problem.
Let me then pick another example of what the press calls Sharad Pawar's contradiction or confusion. You frequently say that the NCP is equidistant between Congress and the BJP, and you also say that secular forces should come together to keep the BJP out. You can't have it both ways.
No, I said yes, secular forces we are ready to associate, we are ready to support, but simultaneously nobody can thrust its leaders. The problem was about leader, because in Simla, Congress party took decision exactly on same direction, and I don't know the text of resolution.
But you know, it's not just a question of objecting to leaders being thrusted. You say you're equidistant between Congress and the BJP, and yet in Chhattisgarh and Delhi you're busy floating third fronts, which you know are going to eat into Congress support and help the BJP.
No, you see, I have to build up my own party. Why should I bother about that whether A is suffering or B is suffering?
Except for the fact you're doing it at the cost of Congress and you're doing it in a way that benefits the BJP.
No, you see, if I to in fact Chhattisgarh contesting election by NCP, it will affect BJP. Those who know the ground level situation, they will accept this.
Do you know what happened in Gujarat where you contested something like 80 odd seats?
Yeah.
In 13 seats, the NCP didn't have a hope of winning, but you ate into the Congress vote and you ensured that the BJP candidate won.
Am I supposed to build my party or not? Or am I supposed to worry about Congress party or
But then why do you say that secular forces should come together to oppose the BJP? Because you're clearly not doing
then
that.
Why the Congress party has not come? Why they are not associated with secular forces?
Do you know what your critics say? They say, ask Sharad Pawar, is he a secret BJP supporter?
No question of BJP supporting, otherwise why I will form a government in Maharashtra? I would have got the government with BJP.
In which case, why does George Fernandez say that Sharad Pawar is already a member of the National Democratic Alliance?
That he can make any statement, nothing about that.
You mean he's joking like you were joking about Sonia?
No, it's not.
You do a lot of joking.
Basically, I have not seen George Fernandez's this statement at all. And in fact, I met him today also, but he never mentioned also this type of statement.
You know, Mr. Pawar, for a man who believes that the BJP is dividing the country, for a man who believes, and you said all of this in Jaipur in September, that the BJP and the VHP are responsible for the terrorism India faces, you're very close to Mr. Advani and Mr. Vajpayee.
I can't understand how do you make this statement. You see, in public life, to keep personal relationship is a different thing. I am a civilized person. I may not agree with you. Even I don't agree with this approach. But still I am a civilized person and I am a democratic person. I know that you got every right.
Is it a question of civilization and democracy, or is it a different matter? After all,
no, it is.
You are the only leader of the opposition who has cabinet status under this government. You are vice chairman of the Crisis Management Committee. You are chairman of the Joint Parliamentary Commission set up. No other opposition leader has been given these privileges and positions.
No question of given position. Here, this particular responsibility to finalizing the disaster management plan, I got because of my experience.
Not because you are a friend of the BJP?
No, whole country has seen. Do you know who has suggested this? Who made that suggestion? After this Gujarat debate about Gujarat earthquake, there has to be this type of plan and has to be prepared the plan. That suggestion was made in the opposition, all party leaders by Srimati Gandhi.
Except for the fact, Mr. Pawar, and you know this because you've been a congressman for almost 45 years, that these are positions that ruling parties in India give to their own members or to their closest friends.
No.
How come you got them?
Here, when there was a serious problem on 26th of January of earthquake in Gujarat, whole country knows. When there was a massive earthquake in Maharashtra, in Latur and others, I was the chief minister and I reached there within practically 2 hours after the earthquake, and I stayed there 15 days, and this is one of the rehabilitation where the 1,50,000 houses has been constructed, each and every person who affected.
So you're saying that you got the Crisis Management Committee job because you're the best experienced and not because you're a friend of Mr. Vajpayee and Mr. Advani?
Not only here, but immediately after that I has been invited to World Bank to give a lecture how I manage.
So when people turn around and say that Sharad Pawar...
After that Bombay blast, 12 blast, 365 people died. It happened on Friday. On Monday morning, whole Bombay was working. Stock exchange was working.
In other words, you're best qualified for the jobs you're getting. You're not getting it because George Fernandez calls you an NDA member.
I don't know. George, I never heard this type of statement.
It was in the Indian Express in October.
Might be, at least I have not heard. I have not read also.
Let's then come to your political beliefs. You joined the Congress party in 1958, I believe, which means that for pretty close to 45 years you've been a member in one form or another of one Congress party or another. Do you have disagreements with them on other issues than just the Sonia factor?
Where?
Well, do you have disagreements with Congress over any other issue other than Sonia?
There are many issues now because Congress is changing its own line. We worked together in Congress party under the Narsingh Rao's government. Myself and Manmohan Singh were together in that government. We took certain steps about liberalization of policies. We have decided to support this concept of opening this economy, and now same Congress party has taken different resolution. They passed a different resolution.
So you have disagreements with Congress over the Sonia leadership issue, and you have disagreements with Congress over economic liberalization.
No, basically that after that, in last 2-3 years, Congress is changing. Congress has forgotten this number of decisions were taken by them. This new path of economic liberalization has been propagated and brought to the country by Congress party.
So
and Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, and then Rajiv Gandhi has started, but he could not get opportunity, and Narsingh Rao's leadership, it has started actual execution.
So tell me something, which is the bigger disagreement with Congress, the Sonia factor or the economic liberalization policies?
There are a number of
now
the total approach towards, how the party is running, how the country is running.
So the total approach of the Congress party to the governance of India is a problem for you?
No, basically there is a differences. Of course, there are vast differences between BJP and all of us.
Who do you have greater differences with today, the BJP and the NDA or Congress?
No, party-wise, BJP in India.
And in what sense then do you have it with Congress? Only over economic liberalization and Sonia?
No, Congress, there are a number of things. Congress, I know it's difficult for us to accept. Congress has no right to thrust their leader to us. They got every right to thrust their leader for their own party. But they should not expect that others also should expect their leader.
Let me ask you the question that many people want to hear you answer. If after the next general elections we have a hung parliament, will you support a government led by Sonia Gandhi if that seems like the best way of keeping the BJP out?
Difficult. we will not accept. The Congress party has to change the leader.
So if that is the only way of keeping the BJP out, then you would prefer a BJP government?
No, but why me? Then why not Congress party is also thinking in that direction? Congress party should think, if they are serious about keeping BJP out, they should not insist for a leader.
Except for the fact that I am talking to Sharad Pawar today and not Sonia Gandhi. So let me repeat my question, because I think it's a very important one. If we have a hung parliament,
I have already replied.
you will therefore prefer a BJP government to a government under Sonia?
No. My suggestion is that Congress party should keep BJP government out, and they should select any other person to lead.
Any other person? Will you accept the leadership of Priyanka Gandhi?
No. Why? She is not member of parliament. She has not proved her mettle. The person who has not accepted by country is not her party.
So now you have a second condition. You
No,
don't
I
want
ca-
Sonia because
I
she's foreign
can't
born. You
understand.
don't want Priyanka because she doesn't have
No,
experience.
but tomorrow you will ask question whether Sonia is Priyanka's son. It's not proper. The question is also not proper because she is not member of the either of the house. Neither
Does
she is
that
in public
matter?
life.
Deva
Of course.
Gowda became Prime Minister
But
when he
Deva
wasn't
Gowda
a
was in
member of the House.
whole
Indira Gandhi wasn't a member of the House.
Indira Gandhi and Deva Gowda was not member of the house, but whole country was watching their career for a number of years. They have seen their contribution to their respective state, their capacity to rule, their capacity to run the government.
So your objection to Priyanka is on the grounds that she has no experience and no capacity to run the government.
No, I don't know. I don't know the capacity. I have not seen experience.
Have you got a problem with the Nehru Gandhi family?
No. Why? You see, we are together with. I have worked in the same party when Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the Prime Minister. I was in same party when Srimati Gandhi was the Prime Minister.
You joined the
Later.
Congress after some years out when Rajiv Gandhi, an inexperienced man, was Prime Minister, and yet at that point his
No.
inexperience wasn't a problem for you.
No, prior to that 4 years he was in party. He was a party general secretary. He was a member of parliament. He proved his mettle.
You know what people turn around and say? They say what Sharad Pawar is really interested in is manipulating things so that he himself can become Prime
No,
Minister.
you see, if the question of manipulation was there, then why would I have sat in opposition? I would have towed the line, like other working committee members that day supported.
Isn't that why you're today floating third France? Isn't that why you're objecting on the one hand to Sonia and Priyanka, and yet you have good relations with Advani, Vajpayee and George Fernandez?
No, I got very good relations with many congressmen. Only that I don't want to seal their fate. That's why I cannot disclose their names.
Is
In
this
fact,
because
in
you're
fact,
hoping that
I
when,
got a more close, intimate relationship with many congressmen in this country.
are you hoping that if there's a hung parliament and if Sonia is unacceptable to enough allies like yourself, then the Congress will somehow remove her and come to you as a savior?
I am not that fool. I am fully aware that unless and until there is a tremendous strength in the parliament, nobody will respect. And today I am not in position to take that stand, or I can tell you with confidence that I will get that type of number from throughout India.
J.R.D. Tata once said, one day this boy will become Prime Minister of India. Do you think it will ever happen, or do you think like Jagjeevan Ram you will come close but never close enough?
Anyhow, I am not thinking on that. My total approach is about politics and others. I want a result-oriented politics. I am associated with
You're
politics.
really telling me that you don't care if you don't become Prime Minister?
Basically my politics is for sake of development, and if suppose any politician who is thinking about the nation, who got some vision, who got some ideas and who got capacity, if he get opportunity, certainly he will be able to deliver the goods. From that angle, I am not saying. But
So-
simultaneously, I know the ground level situation today. I should not expect such a high post unless I got a substantial support in parliament.
But
which
if the post
today-
were to come your way, do you think you can fulfill the responsibilities of Prime Minister?
No, if
you
I
have the
got
capacity?
if I got a support, if I got a strength, and if I get opportunity, I am confident that I will be able to deliver the goods. But I know today that type of situation is not there.
Does that disappoint you?
No. Why? Why? You see, after working so many years in public life, I started career with as an average congressman. So average congressman, ordinary member. From there, I got a 4 years, 4 occasions the chief minister of one of the major state.
You're really telling me that after having held some of the highest offices, you're prepared to fade out without trying for the big office?
Certainly, because I even today, day and night, I am associated with many constructive activities. Many institutions I am running, number of things where I am getting job satisfaction. The highest office in the country is not the only thing.
So Sharad Pawar is a satisfied man even if he doesn't become Prime Minister.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for an interview to Hard Talk India, Mr. Pawar.
Thank you.